right, time to take a look at the RUWORA Dehumidifier. So we got our instructions. Looks like I'm opening this upside down. Oh no, that was just the container. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So we got our plate. It says front. So we got the main unit. We got our container. So the water needs somewhere to go. It's actually kind of cool that they got this right here. So looks like we got a drain line, so we can send this directly to a drain, or we can contain it right here in this bucket. And then we got this little guy. So this looks like our float. So when the water level gets too high, it's going to hit a switch in there, and it's going to stop that thing from putting any more water in that bucket, because you don't want it to be overflowing. Okay. Yep, that's exactly what that is. And that is the whole unit. Pretty nice looking. It's like a something from Wally. So we can see it is 120 volts. It is 150 watts. So that's actually not very much power at all. That's basically sipping power. And it puts out 8 pints per day. Oh, that's per 65 degrees. So at 86 degrees Fahrenheit, it can actually put out 25 pints per day. That's cool. So that's not bad. But the other thing I see is that this radiator is actually blue. That means it's an epoxy coated radiator. So that's good for making sure it's not going to corrode or anything like that. So that's nice. Yeah, I really like that look. That is a very classy look. So I got our fan right here. So I assume it's going to be pulling in air from the back and then pushing it out the front. But we will see. We got our interface here. So we got power, speed, timer, and then humidity setting. That's nice. So I believe that means that we're going to be able to have this thing set and then automatically cycle on and off depending on the humidity. So if it's already as dry as you need it, we don't need this thing just wasting power. Then we also have this little drain hose right here. So it looks like that is going to connect to this side. So we can run this hose directly to a drain, so we don't even have to worry about emptying that container out. Now, I'm going to leave that in because I think one of the benefits of this unit is that you've got that container. And one thing I did notice is that this says refrigerant R134A. So what that means is that this is actually an air conditioning style unit. And because of that, and because this thing was laying on its side, we want to make sure this gives a full 24 hours before we actually turn it on. So we want to leave it standing up just like this so that the Freon and everything has a chance to settle. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug this guy in now and see what we get. Okay, so let's turn this guy on. So it's reading the current humidity level at 53%, and it is blowing the air out the front. So it pulls it in from the back, blows it out the front. Right now it is on high operation. So you can change that to low. So if you want it to be a little bit quieter, you can do that. I'm going to keep it on high. And then we got a timer. So we got 1 hour, 2 hours, all the way up to 24 hours. Okay, that's pretty cool. So if you want this thing to just run through the night and then shut off, you can do that. Humidity setting. Right now we're on continuous, and we can set that to 70. So you can see it just kind of shut off. What it's going to do is it's going to keep on running until it gets to 70% humidity, and then we'll shut off. So that's a way of controlling the humidity in the room while also being able to save power. And then we also have automatic mode. This is interesting. I actually haven't seen this on a dehumidifier, but this actually sets the humidity based on the temperature. So between 5 and 20, it sets it to 60%. Between 20 and 27, it sets it to 55. And higher than 27, it sets it to 50. So this is going to set it so that the humidity matches the temperature to make it more comfortable in the room. That's actually really cool. I'm just going to run it on continuous, and we'll see. Wow, already at 46. That was quick. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to run it for a little bit, and we'll see how low we can get it. Okay, so I gave it a couple hours. We're now at 31% humidity. So yeah, it feels completely different in this room now. That is a very impressive machine. So I'm going to shut this guy off. So yeah, that is a pretty awesome machine.